Hey, dude. Good morning to you. Whoever you are out there, top of the morning to you. I don't care who I'm talking to. I know somebody's listening in some way or another. Let's just start with holding the camera down here while I'm driving is like a quick, hey, look at my nose type of scenario. Better trim your nose hairs, man. You know, because after a certain age, metabolism slows down, ear hair starts to grow in harder, nose hair starts to grow in harder, and yeah, that's just the reality for men. Hair on your head grows in less, and so I want to tell you this, dude. After the last, like, I don't know, 8 years, dude, going through a divorce, you know, having to become a single parent, having to toe the line by myself, seeing her pass away 2 years ago, you know, it's brought me all kinds of different perspectives that I never had before. And I realized that the concept of love, to me, is solely based upon respect. And what respect means is not playing games. And there are plenty of adults in this world who like to play games. They want you on the hook. They want to dangle the carrot in front of you, when realistically they just want you on the hook. They don't want to take you home and cook you and eat you like how you should with the fish. They just want you on the hook. They just want to know that they got you. And I'm going to say that after a certain amount of years and a certain, you know, notches under my belt, it's not a ton, but it's enough to know. You know, it's enough that you know, I've seen the same patterns over and over again, and you know, I realize that it's not, I mean, looks are important, but ideally the internal strength is what really measures up. And I want to say that from Generation X, I've had the fantasy embedded in me hard, because I mean, I grew up in the John Hughes era when I was a kid. You know, just make her a mixtape, bring her flowers, show her that you give a shit. You know, do all those things, when realistically, you don't really even have to do anything. You know, because the dynamic of chasing and pursuing is a facade. Because if somebody wants you, they're going to make time for you. And if they don't want you, they're not going to make any time for you. They're not going to find you. They're not going to reach out to you. They're not. And a lot of times with men, you know, you have an idea in your head, you know, which is not reality. It's an idea. And you got to learn to squash that idea, because what I'm seeing is, you know, you have an idea in your head and you build it up, and then the reality of it comes, and excuse me, the reality of it comes, and it's disappointing, and you realize that, you know, your time is really valuable, whether you're working at McDonald's or you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. As a man, your time is valuable. You got shit to do. Dude, you got shit to build. And, yeah, like, you have to separate yourself from those fantasies and ground yourself in reality, because I'm seeing more and more now that the things that offer the most value to me is what I feel about myself, how I think of myself, what I want from myself, for me, because I don't see expectation and fantasy as something that's even remotely valuable. So I'm going to try to desexualize my brain, stop thinking about box, stop thinking about, oh my God, I haven't gotten laid in this amount of time. All that's worthless. That's all a distraction. And what I am going to start thinking about is what little steps can I do in my day-to-day life that will bring me more joy from within and more happiness. And sit down by yourself in silence and write a list out and think about the pros and cons of whatever relationship you're hanging on to. And I guarantee there's going to be more cons than there are pros. And you can start applying that to not just romantic relationships, but regular relationships, because shit's a two-way street. And if it's not a two-way street, bounce, dude. Don't mean burn the bridge, just leave, just stop, just walk away. So find your backbone, find your balls, dude, and grab them and hold them, all right? Because you only get one life, dude. Take care. God bless.